All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about Pharma 4.0. And look, this is way more than just a buzzword. We're talking about a critical, high-stakes journey for the entire pharmaceutical industry.
But here's the thing. This whole journey, it doesn't kick off with a big purchase order or some shiny new piece of tech. Nope. It all starts with this one simple question. Answering this honestly, that's the real starting line for any transformation that's actually going to stick.
And let's be clear, the stakes could not be higher. The answer to that question, whether a company is truly ready to change, that's the razor's edge. It's what separates a visionary success story from an incredibly expensive, catastrophic failure. You gotta remember, the technology is just a tool. The real heavy lifting is all about the culture.
So you might be asking, why is this so urgent right now? Well, it's because the pharma industry is under immense pressure. We're talking fierce competition, constantly changing regulations, and a relentless demand for faster innovation. The old ways of doing things, that old map, it just can't navigate this new world.
So if the old map is useless, what's the new destination? Well, it's a whole new paradigm designed to handle all these pressures. So let's get on the same page and really define what Pharma 4.0 is all about.
To really get what this fourth revolution is, it helps to see where we've come from, right? We went from steam and mechanization to electricity and mass production, and then, of course, to computers and automation. Now we're in this new era of interconnected, intelligent, cyber-physical systems. That's the bedrock for all of this. And Pharma 4.0, it's simply taking all those big Industry 4.0 ideas and applying them to the very unique, very regulated world of pharmaceuticals. The term itself actually comes from the ISPE, the International Society of Pharmaceutical Engineering, which got a group together way back in 2015 to help guide the industry through this new territory.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. It's not just a copy-paste job. While a typical factory might focus on efficiency and speed, Pharma 4.0 has to add two absolutely non-negotiable layers. First, you've got strict regulatory compliance. We're talking GXP, FDA, EMA. Patient safety is everything. And second, you've got uncompromising product quality. That means your data has to meet super high standards like ALCOA+, ensuring everything is traceable, legible, and totally secure. That's why it's less of a big bang revolution and more of a careful step-by-step evolution.
And if you're wondering just how big of a deal this is, get a load of this number. The global market for this is projected to explode to over $40 billion by 2030. This isn't just some niche trend. It's a massive economic tidal wave that is fundamentally reshaping the entire industry. Okay, a massive market, tons of potential. But how do you actually get there? This brings us to the absolute core of our conversation today, the human-first blueprint. It's all about putting your strategy, your people, and your culture way before you even start thinking about the specific technology.
And I know we've touched on this, but it is so crucial, it's worth saying again. This whole thing isn't built on servers and software. It's built on a foundation of conviction and culture. I mean, you can have the most advanced AI in the world, but it's completely useless if your people don't trust it or see how it helps them do their jobs.
This image right here nails the starting point perfectly. Your vision has to be locked on to solving real business problems. Are you trying to improve R&D, make the customer experience better, get medicine to people who need it faster? You have to identify the opportunity first, then you go find the technology to help you seize it. The ISPE actually gives us a solid framework for this, and it's built on 4 pillars that all have to work together. You need the right resources, that's your people and your equipment. You need the right information systems, your tech backbone. You need streamlined organization and processes. And tying it all together, you need a culture that truly embraces innovation and quality.
And one of the biggest, most game-changing payoffs of this approach is how it completely flips the script on quality control. The old way, it was reactive. You'd find a problem after it happened and then scramble to fix it. The new way, the holistic strategy, is predictive. It uses data and analytics to see problems coming and stop them before they ever even start.
So what really happens when you get this strategy right? Well, the results aren't just fuzzy feelings. They're concrete, they're quantifiable. Let's take a look at the hard numbers.
First up, the one everyone cares about, the bottom line. Across the board, companies that are nailing their Pharma 4.0 strategies are seeing cost savings anywhere from 15 to 30%. That is a massive gain in efficiency. And we can get even more specific. Think about machine downtime. It's a huge headache, right? By using sensors and data to predict when equipment might fail, companies can slash that downtime by up to 30%. That means more products out the door and a lot less firefighting for your teams.
And hey, this isn't some well-kept secret. An overwhelming 92% of healthcare executives say digital transformation is a top strategic priority. The entire industry leadership gets it. The question is no longer if this is the way forward, it's how to get there.
But if the benefits are so obvious and the buy-in from the top is there, why isn't every single company a digital powerhouse by now? Well, because the road ahead is packed with some very real, very tough challenges.
The reality on the ground is that progress has been cautious, and it's incredibly uneven. There's a huge gap between the ambition for Pharma 4.0 and what's actually getting done day to day across the industry.
And you can see that gap crystal clear right here. The digital leaders, they're pulling away, hitting a maturity score of 3.2. Meanwhile, the laggards are falling further behind at 2.28. This divide is only getting wider, and it's creating a serious competitive disadvantage for anyone who can't keep pace.
So what's holding them back? Well, the barriers are almost always human, not technical. You've got budget fights, totally valid concerns about data security, a massive shortage of people with the right digital skills, and maybe the biggest one of all, cultural inertia, that deeply ingrained risk-averse mindset that just resists change.
Which brings us to our final thought here. Make no mistake, this transformation is not on the horizon. It's happening right now. The market is growing, the leaders are accelerating, the technology is getting better every day. So the only real question left for every organization is a pretty simple one. Are you going to be leading the change, or are you going to be left behind by it?